Hey everybody, welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we discuss stocks and determine if they are worth the buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I'd just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt. Another disclosure, as you can see, we are talking about AMC today. I do have a good part of my portfolio in AMC, so just for full transparency there, all right? Let's get into the video. So like I mentioned, we're talking about AMC today, and everyone's talking about the short squeeze, which is incredible, don't get me wrong, but I'm not seeing anybody talking about the fundamentals of this company. They're just talking about the short squeeze and sticking it to the hedges, which again, I'm in there. But I've actually been in AMC since before before the short squeeze. I just got caught in the middle of everything. And I've just been like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, what is happening? So I'm going to explain to you why I've been so heavily just convicted in AMC since before any of this, okay? So obviously, as we know, the pandemic has been going on, movies have been shut down, now they're starting to reopen AMC, right? Excellent, great. So my thought process is they finally open. So now, people are going to start going to it. I guess a little bit of backstory. So I was in AMC. I knew it was kind of a risk. I knew they were going down. They were getting shorted, that they were probably on the verge of bankruptcy. And I was like, okay, something's going to give. The stock was around, I think, $2 per share. And I was like, okay, this is a little bit of a risk, a little bit of a gamble. But I really think that everything will be okay. So at that point, I decided I'm going to jump into AMC. It was around $2. I think this was a late December, maybe early January, somewhere around there. And I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm in it to win it. And lo and behold, all this craziness started happening. So, and I'm along for it. I'm along for the ride. I've been averaging. I say averaging down, but kind of averaging up, I suppose, because I purchased more when it was around the $5 mark. So just continuing to add to my position. And so, and it's just because I'm so heavily convicted. I think even at $5, even at $8, it's a great deal. And I'll tell you why. AMC, they're opening. Even while they were closed, their stock was doing okay. And if you followed any kind of stock trends, these companies that are opening, they're going higher than they were even pre-COVID. So, and I know that's not like a technical analysis, but just from an intuitive standpoint, looking at them, everyone is having, they want to get out. They want to go places. They want to do things. The movies is one of those big things that people really want to do. And you know what? With all these people just invested in AMC, I think they're really hyping it up to themselves as well. They want to go and spend a lot of money on this popcorn because now they have a good reason to. They're like invested in this company and they see it as kind of, giving back to themselves. It's so amazing, like this whole community and everything that's kind of happened. Okay, so let's get into a little bit more of the, I would say technicals, but and let's just start with the dividend, and this is something small. I mean, who doesn't love a dividend? So AMC, that's what they're giving. They're kind of giving back, which is great. We kind of help them and they're giving us a little bit back. So that's awesome. As we all know, the big news, the big catalyst that happened most recently, I would say, is the AMC theaters opening in New York City. And of course, that's huge. Like I said, as these open, people are going to be wanting to go to the movies. I think they're at like 25%. So it's not really like a huge opening. But as that continues, as these news catalysts happen, the stock is going to spike and it's going to keep going up. And I really anticipate that by the end of this year, this stock is going to be huge. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock at around like $30 by the end of the year. I really, just normally, like after the squeeze and everything. So it's just insane. So first of all, and well, I guess another thing is this 801 is so huge to me. I was here on the edge of my seat just waiting, and whenever it hit 801, I'm sure a lot of us like freaked out, but I literally stood up and I cheered. It was so weird. But so taking a look here at Yahoo Finance, I wanted to take a look. One thing I like to do on my channel is look at the price estimates, the price targets. And so these are, of course, not always accurate. I would heavily take these with a big grain of salt, I guess. So taking a look here, their 1 year target estimate is 251. I don't know where they're pulling these numbers from. I tried looking at it on a few different sites, and they all have around, the high being like $5, These, 550, and I'm not sure if they're all pulling it from the same source or what, but okay, that site's not working, but like 550. So maybe they're pulling it from the same source. I'm not sure if there's some kind of algorithm they're all pulling from, some kind of like API or something weird like that. But regardless, this is what I'm seeing. So I personally do not agree with these numbers. I think those are I think even the high estimate of 550, I think that's a safe number. And I really don't agree with it. Like I said, a lot of these companies have been going to all-time highs with this pandemic stuff. Now, is there going to be a correction? That may be what we're seeing right now with this kind of like bear market, is just a small correction because people are getting too excited. But still, at the end of the day, people have been missing out on a whole year of their life. Like, I know personally, I've been very strict in quarantine, and I can't wait. One of my favorite things to do was the movies, and so AMC really meant a lot more to me, I think, in the beginning, than maybe some other people who kind of jumped on. But either way, I'm just happy to have everybody along. Taking a look at their chart. So here this is where I was looking at the 801. It was incredible. It was the greatest feeling ever. And so taking a look at the chart. So the chart is obviously going to be a little bit weird with everything going on. So I don't want to put too much emphasis on it. But I do like a few things that I'm seeing here. And so if you take a look, it looks like it's getting ready for a squeeze. So, oops. So if you go ahead and grab it from here. So let me go ahead and add some trend lines here. We add it here, get all these points touching. And then we go ahead and we can grab another, some points here. And you can see it's kind of getting ready to squeeze down. And from a pure, without like the short squeeze and everything, the gamma squeeze that's going on, just from a pure chart fundamental standpoint, there are some things that are very interesting here. So usually what happens is whenever this chart squeezes down in this area, there's going to be some kind of movement. And usually one would anticipate that it's actually going to be a pretty large movement because it's squeezing down, and it's either going to break over this descending line of resistance, or it's going to break down here or break below the ascending line of support. And so if it does that, then, obviously it could go either way. But what I'm looking for is a few things here. So looking at, I have a few metrics pulled up, one of them being the RSI, so the relative strength index. And so anything over 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold. And so it's kind of in the middle. So this is okay. This is telling me that we're kind of in a middle part. It could really go either way right now. Another or two other metrics I have pulled up is the exponential moving average, or EMA, and this is the basically the moving average over a 200-day period, and then the moving average of the 15-day moving average. And what you'll see here, to indicate an upcoming bullish run, you'll want to see basically this blue line cross over and above. So you see how it crossed over here. So technically, we're looking for this again, because this would theoretically indicate an upcoming bullish run, and then it crossed back down under it. So what I'm going to look for is for this to go back above it, and if this line goes back above it, especially if we get a large engulfing like green candle here, then this could be a super big run. Now, granted, it's going to be a little bit weird because Monday we're anticipating the gamma squeeze, and so definitely be kind of weary with this. And if we see that, then it's just gonna run, and that's when the diamond hands are really gonna show, because people are gonna want to take profits at $15, $20. But that's kind of, I'm sure, what they're hoping for. They want to give us less profits, but in a perfect world, if everyone held until, that's why people are saying $1,000. If everyone held until $1,000 and nobody sold, they would have to buy it at $1,000 because they have to purchase the shares. And so we determine the price they're going to purchase the shares. Now, is that ever going to happen? No. But that's why the Volkswagen squeeze was so huge, because it was one entity who said, I'm not going to sell. I'm not selling. And that's what happened there. Okay, so I did want to I thought about going into the financials, but we know it's COVID time. They've been closed. Their financials look bad. So that's why I'm really looking forward to the future, about how their financials are going to look in the future. And like I said, with that sentiment of everyone wants to just go out and do things. They're going to want to go to the movies. all these AMC people they can't wait to go to the movies. And you saw what they were doing with GameStop. They were buying like pizzas and stuff for GameStop. They're doing some really cool things and giving back to the community. And I'm sure we'll see some of that with AMC. That's what I have for you guys today. I know it's kind of a ramble, kind of a rant. I'm super passionate about AMC. I've been passionate for a very long time, and I just couldn't stay quiet anymore. I just had to make a video on this, although I know it's been like overmade, but I absolutely love it. If you guys want to talk about it or see me cover a little more AMC, have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I would love for people to really know that AMC is not like a meme stock. It has great fundamentals. There are some stocks out there with some great fundamentals that are they're super cheap and people aren't even talking about them. No one's purchasing them. No one's buying them, and they're going to skyrocket one day. And I'm going to be on the train because I'm already in. I'm probably going to be making those videos. If you want to see them, just let me know, or maybe subscribe so you can follow and see them. So just so you don't miss out, because they have some really good upside, like 5 times upside. So I'll be doing that. If you wouldn't mind, give me a like, maybe share the video, like let people know, guys, this is a good, what I would consider to be a safe company. Like this is going places. So that's what I have for you today. And I'll leave you with this. As my boy Trey Trades says, this is not a dead cat. All right. Peace.